Be the case for most of our weekdays as we get to about Wednesday and maybe even Thursday. We do have our temperatures about 10 degrees or so higher than our air temperatures as far as the heat index goes, as we do have a lot of humidity and also these showers and storms. Again, some of this right around cutoff, pretty heavy downpour here, and notice not that much movement. The individual pockets of where the heaviest rain is, those are kind of moving a little bit south of Houma and really close to the southern edge of Houma. There are big downpour as well, and then some over Plaquemines Parish, like I was pointing out. But New Orleans, you're doing fine right now, and north of the lake, not a lot of rain. So if you do want to get out at lunchtime in these spots, I don't think you'll have a big chance for those showers and storms in the next maybe half hour. But we do keep our rain chance near 40% this afternoon. Temperatures right now, dependent on whether you've gotten rain or not, anywhere from 80s to about 90, and feels like temperatures up to the triple digits. Today, high temperatures likely topping out near average at 92. Quick check on your hour-by-hour forecast as we keep that rain chance, and temperatures eventually come down through the 80s. And tonight we have a chance for a few showers, especially toward dawn, with north and south shore lows in the 70s. Let's track with Precision Cast, making your plans the rest of this afternoon. We go to 3 p.m. and this model was doing an okay job of picking up on placement of rain and intensity, and actually it has it kind of wrapping up for some spots already by about 3, and then 5 and 6 p.m. after school and getting home from work and things like that. Looks a little quieter for sure. Overnight, pretty quiet, but look at this 7 a.m. That's why we have that 20% chance of rain on your Tuesday. We may start off with at least a few showers in the morning, but through the afternoon, this particular model only has maybe a 40% chance for some of that rain. So some scattered downpours on Tuesday, and glancing ahead at Wednesday, quiet for the morning mostly, aside from some coastal storms, and then still more of the hit or miss kind of showers and storms. Now, we have been tracking a big slug of tropical moisture that's going to be moving in as we get through the next couple of days. So that will provide enough moisture for a few heavier downpours here and there. But overall, the 5-day rainfall forecast is still looking like about 1 to 2 or so inches through this week. If a lot of that comes with one downpour, then you might deal with some street flooding. Tomorrow and Wednesday would be the main days for that, it looks like. Okay, in the tropics, we have a new tropical storm. This is Erin. This is our E storm, and you can see it's not really a big system right now. It's tightened up, though, and organized slightly. There's another wave coming behind this, so just a heads up there. We'll be talking about an uptick in activity for the next several days, of course, getting into August and beyond as we get toward the peak September 10th. You can see it becoming a hurricane potentially by the midpoint of this week. It looks like even with a lot of dry air, it will probably be able to develop, and the National Hurricane Center calls for it becoming a major hurricane by this weekend. It would be both the first hurricane of the season and potentially the first major hurricane. Now, a lot of eyes on where exactly this is going to track. There's really good consensus through about here, and then there is some divergence in the model runs, whether it goes a little farther west or curves north pretty fast. So we will track it, we will see, but it's not really looking like this will get toward our part of the Gulf Coast or be a threat for the Gulf Coast. It's more western Atlantic, and we'll have to track how close it gets to some Caribbean islands, and then how close it may get, first of all, to Bermuda, and then potentially the east coast of the U.S. The upper steering around this big high brings it off to the north, and also a trough of low pressure. Timing will be a big determinant in whether it curves north pretty fast or whether it comes a little closer to the U.S. East Coast, but that is a long way out. So we're talking into next week that we'll be tracking that for some of those spots around Bermuda and the East Coast. So just looking at Erin, we'll see whether we get Fernand coming behind that, but at this point it is not highlighted for any development. We'll keep you updated though. No threats here.